They told Anya she was nothing but a burden. She was the new bride, fresh from her village, with hands calloused from work and eyes wide with hope. But on the day of her wedding, when her mother-in-law asked her to polish her boots in front of all the relatives, Anya felt the world crack open, and in its shadow, found something fierce inside her. Anya's hands shook as she knelt before the worn leather boots. The guests in her husband's home held their breath, waiting for her to obey. Marina, her mother-in-law, had stood with arms crossed, satisfaction in her eyes. It was a test, and every face around them watched, whispering. Anya traced the edges of the boots with damp cloth, gathering dust into folds, as humiliation bloomed inside her chest. She rose, voice trembling only slightly. "I will," she said, her tone soft but carrying something sharp. The gathering exhaled, some in relief, others in triumph. Anya bent again, scrubbing at the leather, her knees aching, her back stinging. The fires of shame burned in her ears as laughter, a few polite, most mocking, rolled through the room. Later that night, in the small, dim bedroom she shared with her husband, she stashed away her pride with trembling fingers. Victor, her husband, tired from work, held her hand. "You didn't have to," he murmured. But Anya shook her head. "I had to," she said. "For them, and for me." Victor kissed her forehead. "You are more than this." That night, when the whispers of guests still echoed in her mind, she made a quiet vow: she would never again be reduced to what others saw as her worth. She would rise, somehow, even if she didn't yet know how. Days passed. Anya's mornings came with the ache of labor, housework, caring for her in-laws, making meals. But she also remembered her mother's words from home: "A woman's dignity is not given. She claims it." On her rare breaks, she taught herself to read again, though her eyes ached, though she feared her mother-in-law might catch her. Pages of borrowed books became her sanctuary, letters folded between her sheets, words breathing freedom. In the kitchen, she laced kindness even when her hostess was cruel. She cooked perfectly, she cleaned with care, she greeted Victor with gentle smiles. Marina watched, suspicious, yet unable to touch the inner flame growing inside Anya. A turning point came when Victor was laid off. Their small income, already threadbare, shuddered. Marina's scorn grew sharper. Anya should leave her husband, go back to her village. Others whispered the same. Victor, pride wounded, withdrew. Anya saw despair shadow him. She saw, too, her own reflection flicker in his hollow eyes. Anya refused to give in. Each morning, before the world stirred, she rose early. She offered to help in the town's market, selling small woven items she had learned to make as a child. She persuaded Victor to teach her his old skill, repairing shoes, and she practiced, the smell of leather and glue strong and grounding in her hands. Together, they stood at the stall, chilly dawns and scalding midday heat, and sold her woven items, mended boots, repaired all manner of footwear. At first, people pointed, comparing her to the bride who polished boots. But as word spread of her craftsmanship and gentle heart, they came, those who respected her for what she built. Marina, seeing money come in, some of it spent on new tools, on books, on Victor's medicine when sickness came, felt her contempt softening. But no apology. It would take more. Anya's confidence grew. She stood taller, voice stronger, eyes clear. She read passages to Victor before bed, helping him remember dreams he had put aside. She measured success not by approval, but by dignity preserved. One evening, the same gathering assembled in the yard, this time, festival lights and music, but the air was tense. Marina stepped forward, boot in hand, ready to command the old ritual. "Anya," she said, "clean these shoes now." Anya looked at the boot. She looked at the faces. Then she shook her head. "No," she said. Soft gasp. Victor's hand tightened around hers. Marina flushed. The crowd fell silent. "I will not," Anya continued. "I will not be asked to serve humiliation. I will not deny myself. These shoes are yours, but I will clean them when I choose, when you treat me with respect. If you want me to, you can ask me, as one human to another." Marina's face hardened, then softened. Victor swallowed, leaning forward. And for a moment, everyone waited. Then Marina nodded, thin-jawed. She handed Anya the boot. Anya cleaned it, carefully, yes, but with steady eyes. Not out of servitude, but by her own will. And the crowd, those who had mocked, those who had waited, watched something new, a woman claiming her place, her dignity unimpaired. Weeks later, the stall is thriving. Victor smiles again. Anya teaches a young girl to read. Marina watches from the porch, unspoken but present pride warming her heart. Anya dreams of opening her own workshop, of earning enough so no one need bow unless they want to. Anya's story spread through the town, woven into market gossip, admiring whispers. People said, "She is brave. She is strong. She is someone who refused to be small." Message: real dignity isn't taken away, it's surrendered only when we accept shame. But when someone stands up, despite fear, despite mockery, they change more than their own life. They shift the way people see them. Believe, your worth is your own. There is strength in the softest hands, courage in the quietest voice. Let no one ask you to kneel to shame unless you choose.